Perception is reality. If people think you are something, you are that something. About 10 years ago, in a different life, I used to live in Stockholm, Sweden. I was working a hardcore sales job. I'm not going to mention the company because I'm not trying to get sued, but we were getting paid 800 euros a month. That's it. Everything else was strictly commission based. We would make 10% of every sale that we made. So basically, we were bums. The reason I got that job is because I didn't speak Swedish. I was an expat, so I didn't have many options. Every single person in that office, aside from one retarded Swedish dude who didn't quite seem to get it, was an expat who didn't speak Swedish right. So we all made about 800 a month, which is absolutely nothing in Sweden, where a beer costs like 12 euros, right? So we would come in the office every single day, and it was very important, it was absolutely mandatory that we came in fully suited. Suit, tie, jacket, everything, right? Because they always told us you have to look the part. Even though the sales were on the phone, we would never do video conferences, we would never be face-to-face, we would never have actual face-to-face meetings, but we still had to wear the suit. Now, the psychology behind that was, if you're wearing a suit, you're gonna feel legit. You're gonna feel like you are big time, like you are important, and it's gonna show in the way you talk on the phone. Also, they made us stand up while talking to the potential clients, as we would have more energy. So we would learn all these little tips and tricks on how to appear more legitimate, more confident on the phone, because we were selling some bullshit, man. Like, honestly, it was a legal scam. Anyone that has seen the movie Boiler Room or even The Wolf of Wall Street, it wasn't that extreme, but it was kind of like in the same ballpark. So we would sell packages that will cost around 20,000 euros up to 80,000, 90,000, 100,000, depending on in which division that you were working. The way it would work is we would have to establish a direct line of communication with the so-called decision makers. So the way it works is people in big companies that are decision makers, CEOs, CFOs, you don't get to talk to them directly. They work with so-called gatekeepers, which are basically secretaries picking up the phones, and they have to filter which people are legitimate and important enough to actually get through. Now, obviously, they would be on to us from the first second as soon as we dropped our company's name. They could even tell by the tone of our voice that we were cold selling, hard selling, and trying to make a quick profit in a minimal amount of time. So they would always block us off. So our mission was to constantly bypass the gatekeeper. We had to get the guys on the phone that were able to sign off on a big deal right then and there. People that didn't have to answer to nobody else. Now, how did we do this? You're gonna love this. We would Google the telephone number of the IT help desk of the company that we were trying to sell our bullshit to. Now, the IT help desks are usually located in low-wage countries. South Africa, Spain, Bangladesh, India, you name it. These IT help desks are manned by young people who are usually traveling, trying to make a quick buck, expats, and generally people who don't give a shit. And we were aware of this. Now, these are people that are working for a company that is a subcontractor of the actual company. So to give you an example, Coca-Cola doesn't actually have their own IT help desk department. They hire an external company that offers IT help desk solutions. So the people working for the external company has actual access to the database of the employees in the Coca-Cola database, but they're not actually working for Coca-Cola. So they're not really aware of the company policy. They're not really taking it that serious. And most importantly, they are always very nonchalant when it comes to security and privacy policy. And most importantly, They are completely unaware that you're not supposed to give out direct telephone numbers to major people within the company structure. You're not supposed to give out the mobile phone of the CFO or the CEO. So what we would do is we would call the IT help desk and immediately apply urgency. We would actually pretend to be a big shot within the company, name drop, and act like we were stuck at an airport. So the conversation would go like this. Hi, hello, yeah, this is Mike Scott, CFO from Coca-Cola, the company that you're working for. Look, I just missed my flight. I'm stuck in the Tokyo airport. My BlackBerry died. Now, for those young people who don't know what a BlackBerry is, a BlackBerry was the thing before the iPhone came. It was like the iPhone before the iPhone. Now it's completely extinct. So think of like the pre-smartphone, a small cell phone with an actual screen where you could browse the internet with and actually do more than just call and text. So we would say, look, my BlackBerry died, I missed my flight, and in about 3 hours, I have this huge meeting in Sydney that I'm not going to be able to attend to. Now, I need you to tell them that I'm not going to be able to make it, right? So the guy on the other line would go like, okay, hold on, so you are, and then immediately we would already cut them off. All right, look, listen, hold on. You know what? Forget about it. I'll take care of it myself. Just give me the number of such and such, which would be the people that we would be trying to pitch our ridiculous bullshit products or services to. Now, 9 times out of 10, these IT expert help desk guys would happily oblige, as their goal is to keep the duration of the phone call to a minimum. They would actually receive bonuses if they were able to resolve an IT issue within 7 minutes. So they would be happy when we would propose to take care of it ourselves. All that we would need is the direct mobile phone number of Mr. A, Mr. B, and Mr. C. They would happily oblige, go into their little database, which they would have access to, and give us the direct phone number. After that, we would tell them thank you, hang up, and boom, we're in. Now, the next step is absolutely crucial. We would wait a day or two to not draw suspicion, and then proceed to call these big-time decision makers. Now, this is the good part. The mere fact that we were able to call them and had their number already meant that we were validated. Only important people had those numbers. So as soon as they would pick up the phone, we would greet them with their first name. We would never say Mr. or Sir and call them by their last name, as that would put us in a lower tier. It would indicate that we would not be on the same level. So we would call them and go, hey James, it's me, Lorenz, how you been? Now these type of people, these big time decision makers, executives, they go to networking events and meetings all the time. They have a ton of people coming and going all the time that they're shaking hands with, doing small talk, and they don't even remember half of them. So immediately, if you would call them by their first name, they would assume that they had met you and that you were cordial or friendly with them. And this is the entire point. Perception is reality. They would perceive us as someone that was on their level, making $10,000 a month, when in reality, we were bums in a suit making 800 euros a month, begging, hoping, praying that we could make this one sale to finally make a little bit more money this month. Now, once we reintroduced ourselves, we would immediately jump to the sale, and it would sound something like, look man, I've got these 2 tickets left for the World Cup in 2013, and I immediately had to think of you, my dear friend. Now these are gonna go fast, so I called you first. What do you think? They're only about 60,000 for 2. You're gonna get to sit with Maradona, and Pele's gonna come by and have a drink with you as well. We were taught to talk so nonchalantly, like we were on that level, and many times it would work. They would perceive us as someone on their level, so they would trust us, they would accept it, and that would be it. We would send them the documents, send them the contract, they would sign off on it, thinking that one of their good friends that they already forgot about is giving them a great opportunity, and we would be jumping, fist pumping in the air in our office in Stockholm, high-fiving each other, hitting the gong, because that's what you did when you made a sale, and our whole month would be a success because of that one sale. Perception is reality. Now, this is just one example in the context of the hardcore sale, but this applies to everything in life. Why do you think the second that you're no longer single, the second that you have a new girlfriend or a new boyfriend, all those women and all those men that wouldn't give you the time of day, that would always be ignoring you and put you in the friend zone, all of a sudden, they're interested in you. You know why? Because the perception all of a sudden changes. Their narrative changes. Now, all of a sudden, you become a desirable person. Obviously, you must be doing something right as you have a partner. Perception is reality. Now, what I want you guys to do is to learn and apply this in your everyday life. Walk and talk like you're already there. Trust me, it's gonna pay dividends. It's what I'm doing right now. Why are you watching this video right now? Because I have about 35,000 subscribers, I sound legit, I look legit, so hey, I must be legit, right? You don't know that I'm just some bum in Belgium smoking weed in my backyard, thinking of new ideas to get clicks and views? For all you concerned, I'm this big time life coach guru. I got shit all figured out. Guys, that's the video. Hit the thumbs up, leave a comment, and most importantly, share this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscription button, man. I'm trying to take this thing to the next level. I love you all. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for riding with me. It's your boy Benzo, checking out.